here for the live. You guys know this is Pops, even though he's got the do-rag on.
Yeah.
It's Pops. And Devin did his thing. He pitched a shutout. He outboxed, outfought, and just completely outclassed Regis Prograis. So we'll be discussing that. I'll be giving some of my thoughts on that. I do already see we got some comments here, so shout out to you guys that are commenting already. For those of you watching, make sure you smash this like button so this live gets out to as many people in the boxing world as possible. And if you're watching the playback, do the same thing. Okay, now. Before we acknowledge the comments, all right, I think it's very important. I think it's very imperative that this man to my left, we start the show with this man to my left in my presence, because I wasn't on live last time. He needs to give Devin Haney his flowers. He needs to give Devin Haney his just due, because you talked all that. You and Tim, love Tim Bradley. You and Tim Bradley talked all that trash about what Rodriguez was going to do, what he could do, what he couldn't do. And at the end of the day, not only did he lose, not only did he get outclassed, it was a historical one-sided domination. So, Pops, give the man Devin Haney his flowers. Give it to him.
You see, I'm wearing black. Black when you go to a funeral means that's the end of the story, end of the person. God bless him, you go to heaven, whatever. Well, I'm wearing black because it's going to shut my mouth and talking bad about Haney or questioning Haney's ability. My son has told me for years, months. We were talking about this fight before we even started. I said, Prograis gonna go in there and beat the fuck out of Haney and do this and do that and blah 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 blah. And all I got was my foot in my mouth. So from this time on, Mr. Bill Haney, if you're watching this, Devin the Dream Haney, if you're watching this, nothing but respect to you guys. You want me over? I won't question a boxer with a fighter, because when he hit that straight right hook, that straight right to Prograis, he knocked that guy out. Gotta give a lot of respect for his boxing ability and his boxing skills. He only held Haney.
We'll get to that. It was 36
okay,
punches.
Yeah.
Broke the record.
So I got that. I will never say he can't punch, he can't finish a fighter, he can't do this, he can't do that, regardless of the situation. What I seen this weekend was a Picasso picture, a masterclass.
Is when you were watching the fight, what surprised you the most?
From Prograis' side, he couldn't get inside. He couldn't get inside and what I like about Haney, he kept moving in angles, kept moving in circles, and he used that long reach that he has. And like you said, that jab was going to be a big thing for him. And when he had that opponent, then he laid the bomb on Prograis. Prograis had been frustrated to hold it all night. So that really surprised me about Haney. I thought Haney was not going to was going to be a little timid about fighting this guy. Did that, but he showed me a different league about him. So respect to him.
Okay, well there you go. We got to get this started off on the right foot, because it's been years. I'm old enough to remember when Pops was saying Felix Verdell was coming for Devin.
Yeah.
So listen, for him to do that, to stop the show off, that's a historical moment here on True School Sports.
You don't even know. Yeah.
So hey,
it is what it is.
All right, before we get into the meat and potatoes and the nitty gritty of the live, make sure you guys smash the like button and definitely check out all the content that's been coming out on the channel. A lot of interviews. I mean, you guys saw I was at the Espinosa where Basie fight. A lot of great content. I still got interviews I haven't even dropped. I did 2 interviews today, with one with Zach Spiller, heavyweight prospect, and another one with Adrian Granados. Also doing with Jorge Linares on Saturday night. So a lot of stuff will be coming out. A lot of stuff's already out. Check all that out. But let's take this time to acknowledge the fine folks that are already here before we get into the live. So shout out to my main man, Tycho TV, said BT and Pops. Good to see you.
Thank you, man. God
Tycho,
bless.
hope all is well.
Thank you.
We got Caleb. He says, is Pops doing okay? I'm sure Saturday was terrible for him.
That was bad. I couldn't even sleep.
Couldn't go to sleep. He says, I'm joking.
I know
y'all know it's all love, but wow.
Yeah.
The pivot to the weak side, followed by the uppercut head movement, precision power with Everlast MXs. I was just in awe, like in a way forward. Devin, the way he would the counters and the straight right hands that he was consistently walking Regis Prograis into. I mean, that straight 1-2 down the center.
Yeah.
I mean, he had it the whole fight.
Yeah, and I will say one thing after that. After he got that straight right, like you always talk about that straight right, when he got that straight right knockout,
yep,
that whole confidence and everything, like I don't know what was playing.
I don't think it was.
Just more the skills.
I just think it was a bad style matchup, bad range matchup. Devin just had all the answers.
Yeah,
and it is what it is. But Dark Ego saying, look, he ain't impressed. Same old Haney. It's just Regis is bad. He's always been overrated.
He's been saying it for a long. He's in that my life the same thing.
Yeah.
Shout out to you, man.
That's what
He kept it the same.
Okay. Because I'll say this, man. I got to give Devin his due because, and I'll get to it in a second. But nobody beat Prograis like that dominant. So it is for me, a statement. Dev said Regis is a bum at the press conference and made him look like a bum on the night. That was yeah. Hey, listen, there's a lot of fighters in boxing that yap their mouth and sell wolf tickets, and when the lights come on, they don't deliver what they say they're gonna do. You got to give Haney credit for at least doing what he said he was gonna do. I don't think it was a boring performance or anything like that to where you could criticize it. Even though he broke Shakur Stevens' record, what's impressive about it is that he did it while in the pocket. It wasn't like he was like being overly cautious like Shakur.
Being on the outside the whole time.
Yeah.
And
I know MEZBX is having a ball. He said he took it to homeschool and private school.
There you go.
Homeschool,
yeah,
private school, charter school,
Catholic
school, Jewish school, all the schools. So
for sure.
Yeah, man. You gotta have fast feet with Devin, or it's gonna be a long night, and that's why I didn't pick Regis. I thought Regis had a puncher's chance, but I didn't think the feet were gonna have him in position enough to do what he wanted to do. To fight his fight against Devin.
Regis punches, brothers. Nothing.
Nah, man. One thing I'll say too is Regis has this thing where he like double feints and it gets real repetitive. And there was one part in the 7th or 8th round where he did that shit and Devin literally punched right down the middle with the right hand.
Jesus.
So, yeah. Shout out to my main man, the pride and joy of all North Las Vegas, Johnny Cortillo. He says Regis doesn't throw punches when he's in mid range, and he said BT. In my Bill Haney voice, BT, tell the truth about Dev. Tell the motherfucking truth about Dev. Tell the motherfucking truth about Dev.
Yeah.
That's how it was going. Yeah, Devin Haney. Listen, I know Pops has been hypercritical of Devin. I've never been like the biggest Devin Haney guy, but you got to give him his due. I think this year for him, regardless of what you thought, I thought Lomachenko beat him, but, it was one of the most entertaining fights of the year. So he gave you one of the most entertaining fights of the year. His first fight in 2023. Then he came back and he gave you a one-sided domination against a legitimate world champion in his first fight in the weight class.
He said that on the
banner year.
He said Haney said in the press conference that he should be fighter of the year and that should be trainer of the year. What do you think?
Who should be trainer of the year?
His dad.
I'm not mad at
Bill
it.
Haney.
I'm not mad at that.
He said he should deserve it.
Yeah, he's definitely in the running. I would like to see if they went on the 26th. Naoya Inoue dad be trainer of the year. Nobody ever talks about him. Shingo Inoue.
Yeah.
They never talk about him.
But nobody talks about the great Floyd Senior either.
They talk about
him. They don't give enough credit to him either. So but I know he's gonna have his father said all the time to be fighter of the year. But this right here, what Bill Haney's doing with his son. Come on, he even called out Tank or something.
Yeah. Rob Calico says, salute BT and Pops. Who are your top 5 sexiest ring car girls ever and top 5? I'm not going to answer that second part because that requires too much thought and I got a lot to get to in this live. Okay, but I'll just tell you this. I'm not going to give you a top 5. I'm going to give you a top 1. I'm going to give you a top 1. Samantha Kumiko. That's it. That's all I'll say.
Spanish?
He's typing English. He's typing in English.
Oh, huh?
He's typing English.
Okay, no matter. Mira, si tú hablas español, el que tiene la nalga. Y tiene esto, y tiene, tú sabes, la nalga, get the legs and get this.
I got you. Don't get me demonetized out here. Anyway, Devin made, it was bad. It was real bad. And Michael Manning, shout out to you, Michael. We see you, champ.